Hi everyone, it's Anne here from Positively Papercraft, and I'm back with a tutorial today, and I'm really excited and looking forward to this because I've been playing with this for a few days now and I've just loved it. And it is a traveller's notebook, but not the laminated way I normally make them. This is an actual, like, really hard cover. Now this was just kind of, you know, the first one I did, a prototype, and I just wanted to see what it was like and play around with it and stuff. So it's got an elastic closure. I have put eyelets down the side. I only made one hole because I knew it was just going to be a tryout. And then what I like about it is inside it is really professional looking. It's all covered, it's nice and sturdy. We've got the notebook, that was just a little pocket I was trying, and I just think it's beautiful. I inked around the edges, I put a little charm. So this is the size we're going to make today, and then I thought, oh, I wonder if I could make a little miniature one, and I'm just so pleased with this one. This is beautiful, I think it is anyway. And this, what I put on the spine here, it's not card, it's like a kind of fabric, and this is from Alina Crafts, and it's like a kind of finish fabric, but it's perfect, it glues really well. So I put the two holes in with the eyelets. I just put a little charm on there. Again, that is this fabric stuff, and I've got a few steel rule dies that I've never really used, so I thought, oh, I will cut that out with a steel rule. And then when you open it up, we've got some little pockets in here, and I've just put some of the little things, little quotes in, because this was a paper that I put in my kit last month. So we've got little notebooks in this one, and I've just stuck one of them on the front. We've got another little notebook with one on, and then we've got a little pocket in the back, and I've just stuck that little pineapple on the front. And I just think it's so professional looking, and it's gorgeous, and it would just make such a beautiful gift. And it's really solid and thick, and I am over the moon. So this one will be made in exactly the same way, and what I will do is I will put the measurements on the same blog post for the smaller one if you want to do the smaller one as well, because like I say, today we're going to make the larger one. And that's, I've showed you the material. So now the chipboard stuff, because people keep asking where do I buy my chipboard from. I don't buy chipboard, I don't need to buy it, because I just use the back of paper pads and cereal boxes. That was the Crunchy Nut cereal box that you see on the front of the video. And for this one, it's just a paper pad, the backs of them. And what I've started doing is just joining them together. So I cut two identical pieces and I just tape them and glue them together. And that's what I did for this one, and it's solid. So you've got 12 by 12 paper pads, just tear the back off, and this is what I'm using. So I've cut two of everything, and then I just put them the pattern side, you know, together, leaving the cardboard on the outer. And I've done the same for the spine as well. That's no different, they will just go like this. So you don't need chipboard. Now the cardboard there that I've got, just getting my notes. So the chipboard I'm using for this book, you need two pieces which are 5 by 8 inches, which is these. And I'm saying two pieces because I mean like, you know, your front and your back. Obviously if you're going to double them you'll need 4. I hope you get what I mean. The spine is 8 by 1 3/4. Again, you need 1, but if you're doubling them together like me, you'll need 2. So that's that. And then I have got some black cardstock. Now this, I bought this is a little bit thinner, which is what I wanted. It's 220 GSM and it's perfect because you don't want it too thick. And I've got 2 pieces which are 12 by 12 and I've cut them down to 10 by 12 because we're going to have to join them together. So take one of them and your scoreboard, and all you want to do is on the long side, the 12-inch side, you want to score it at 11.5 inches. Okay. And then just fold and burnish it. And we are just going to take the other piece and just glue it together. So just glue down here. Okay. And just glue this together. All you have to do, it's dead easy. So we'll just concentrate on making like the carcass of the traveller's notebook first before we move on. We'll just do it in stages. So we've got that together. So we're going to take these, and I have put tape on the back to glue them, because I have also, yeah, put tape like that. So I'm gonna, as well as tape, I'm gonna use a bit of the collal glue, because it takes longer to dry, and I think the art glitter glue, if it dries quick, and if I don't get them in the right place, plus I just really want to make sure with the stick, so that's why we're using glue and tape. So I'm just going to cover the bits that I haven't got the tape on, just like that, and that is just to secure these 2 pieces together to make them thicker. Okay. And basically that's it, and then you can see there now you end up with a solid piece of chipboard. So that's one which will go on there, and then we want our other one. You really don't need to buy it, especially if you have got loads of paper pads, which I'm sure you will have like me, or the cereal boxes. Just double the cereal boxes together as well. It works exactly the same way. So with this piece of card, we don't really need to worry about scoring or anything. We just need to make sure that from this side and the top and the bottom, we have got roughly 1 inch. So it will be our chipboard, the spine, which I want to leave a good gap like that. Then our next piece. Now we've got quite a lot of card left. We will cut that down and use that again because it's quite a lot. So I am just going to grab some scissors. and I'm not really bothered about measuring it or it being straight, as long as I know that I'm roughly leaving an inch after this piece of chipboard here. There we go. That might even, or it won't do that bit, but we can use that for later or whatever you want. So we've got that cut. Now we're just gonna basically attach our chipboard onto the black card. So that is what we've got. We have our join there, but it doesn't matter. That's not a problem. I've left a little bit more on that side, but it doesn't matter. So as you can see, we'll just fold up and be our cover. Now just take a bone folder and just run a few times along the edge of your chipboard, just to help the card fold. Alright, so we will start and fold the card up. I will put the link for this card as well, because I get mine from Lime Tree Crafts and it's amazing. And I get mine, I mean, I do order every month, and it's quite a big order every month because I put the card in there for my craft boxes. So I don't know if everyone else is the same, but now I get mine the next day straight away. And I think the service is brilliant. And I was waiting for this black card coming because I only had 300 GSM black and I knew that was too thick. So I got this one today, the 220, which is perfect. Okay, so we folded them over. And then we just need to pop our tape. I'll probably speed this bit up. Okay, so we just need to cut our corners away, and I just kind of cut up and then go like that, so I'm leaving a little bit. Okay, so that is now what you should have. Okay, dead easy. So I'm just going to get all this rubbish out the way and I'll be straight back. Okay, so I've cleared all of that out the way, so we're going to get this stuck down. Make sure that's all pressed down. Okay, and then these bits again, just push them little corners in. Okay, and then I also like to put a little bit of glue. I'll show you where. So what I've started to do is just down the sides there, I just put a little bit of glue as well, just to really help them stick, and then just bend that over. And just make sure everything's flat. Okay, same for this one. And then a bit of glue down there. And then stick this down. Okay, so I think I'm happy that that's all stuck, and then I'm just going to take my bone folder and just press in them grooves. And there we go, there is our folder. Now we can have the join on the back, but it's going to get covered anyway, to be honest, so it doesn't really matter. So that's what you should have. Now if you just want a normal fabric spine, that's fine. It would need to measure 1 5/8 by 7 7/8 if you want it in card, but I'm going to do this fabric glitter one again. So I've made this 3 3/4 by 10 inches, okay, and I am just going to basically try and glue it down onto the middle, and then I'm going to fold it over. So I'm going to use Fabric Tack. This glue is amazing for fabricy things. That's what I used to stick it on the other one. Okay, so I'm just going to cover it with the glue. I think I'm happy with that, so I'm just going to smooth it down. Okay, and then I'm going to just see, it makes just a beautiful spine. And then what I'm going to do is just literally put glue on these little pieces here now. Basically that's it. There's just nothing to it really, and I just think it adds just that extra glitter and even professionalism really. Now I've obviously stuck it that way a bit more, but that's okay. So yeah, that is the spine done. But as I said, we really should have put our paper on first, and I haven't, so I've obviously cut mine wrong now, because it would have like gone like that and the spine would have gone over the top. So I'm just gonna have to have mine butted against it. So I am just gonna grab a pencil and mark where I need to cut mine now, so it's wrong. So don't do that. Make sure you stick your paper on the front and then the spine. So the paper should be 4 7/8 by 7 7/8. I'm just going to quickly cut that down. So that's that cut. So I'm just going to, why doesn't it fit? Oh, I bet that's the wrong way. I'm just going to have to kind of pretend mine is stuck underneath the paper. Not really a lot I can do. I suppose you can't even really tell, to be honest, and you know, you might prefer to do it that way because then there's less bulk under this, but there we go. It hasn't actually turned out too bad. And there we go. I think that is looking gorgeous. Just so pretty, and this is just lovely. I'll put the link for that as well, because like I say, it's from Alina Crafts. The paper I'm using is this Floral Passion, which is first edition, and it's gorgeous. So if we turn it over again, the inside, we are just going to cover it completely with one long piece of card. And as you can see there, we will be covering where the glitter card has gone in, because on the last one I didn't. I put that on afterwards, so it should be on like this to cover it. And this needs to measure, I haven't wrote it down, it needs to measure 12 by 7 7/8. So it's just going to get completely glued in there, plenty glue on, and in fact this one might be best to use the collal as well, because it doesn't dry as quick and it really is good glue. I've used this for years, it doesn't warp or anything. And start and find your little grooves again, and we'll just go down into those. Okay, and as I'm pressing in there, I'm just going to start and gently lift this up. And obviously it isn't dry quite yet. But at least I know it's lifting up ready, because we want it all to stick completely flat. And obviously I can't really do that because this is not dry, but you can just see it's so much more professional. So I am going to let this dry and I'll be back in a bit. Okay everyone, I think that is dry enough now, and I'm really happy with how that's turned out. It's all stuck and yeah, ready for the next bit. So I want to put eyelets in, and I think this time we're going to do 3 holes. So I'm going to use the larger punch on the crocodile. Yeah, I think we can easily get 3 in there. that's for my eyelets. Obviously I want a hole in the middle to put the elastic closure. Now I bought one of these the other day, and obviously it doesn't say that it goes through chipboard. I was hoping it would. It doesn't. I think obviously through normal card and stuff it'll be great, but this just does not do it for me anyway. So see if I just kind of guess where I want it, roughly in the middle, and then I will just push down. But that's kind of all it does. It doesn't go through. I mean, I did get it to do it on the first one I had, but I had to keep going in and in and in. So see, cardstock, it'll be brilliant, but for anything else, you know, if you're going to get it thinking it goes through this, it doesn't. So it's back to just poking a hole in, I'm afraid. And then obviously you can't get your eyelet in then either, because you need the bigger hole. So that's the hole for my elastic and eyelets. And it's like these kind of little metal bows that I bought ages ago, and I've never used them, and the detail's lovely. So I think I'm going to have that threading on my middle elastic. So we've got our sweet little closure on now with my little bow charm. So for the elastics for inside, I hope I can remember how to do this. So take some of the elastic and we go through the bottom and through the top. Okay, then through the top middle, through the bottom middle, okay, and through the right side of the bottom, the right side of the top. Okay, and then we're left with this. So then we need to turn it back around and we need to come back through the middle. Okay, and we're just going to cut the piece off the elastic, and then the same with that, we're going to come back through the middle on the other side, so that when we turn it over we should have two little pieces here, and we just tie them in a knot, and that's how we get our 4 elastics now we have. And again, I just tie them twice. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can get up to 4 notebooks in there. So I think that's looking really nice. So we are going to move on to the notebooks now, and as I said, I've got a few different options for you here.